Hey, what's up guys? This video is going to be a little bit different. Yesterday was Valentine's Day. We've got the wife's digs all set up in the garage now. Got it all walled in and everything so she can operate out of there. I wasn't able to bring her big cooler from our shop and set it up in here because it was just too big. I did take it down. I've still got the thing, but I was looking at it with the contractor, and to get it in there, we'd have to cut a hole in the ceiling, and it was just a mess. So I started looking for something else, a different kind of cooler I could put in there, and I called around to places that install and sell walk-in coolers, and of course, like everything else right now, there's a shortage of materials. And I think one guy told me it was like 15 weeks out. They couldn't get panels. They couldn't get the glue to stick them together. So anyway, I figured, well, I wonder what I can find online. And I said, well, let me just see if they have something on Amazon. And I found that behind me, which is a 3-door commercial refrigerator, and we ordered it a couple of weeks before Valentine's Day, and I was thinking, great, this is going to be perfect. We'll have it here in time for Valentine's Day and everything will be great. Won't have to set it up. I'll just be able to wheel it in there and she can throw her flowers in it and roll. Well, the first one that came, I'm not completely sure what was wrong with it, but everything pointed to the refrigerant leaked out of it, and had to send it back. Oh, that sucked. Because, yeah, to get it off of the skid, I had to destroy that. And fortunately, since I'm a pack rat, I had a couple behind my shed back there. But yeah, that thing weighs 500 pounds, and I did it myself. Anyway, I called a refrigerator guy about it, and he was saying, yeah, well, the thing is that they're switching over to a different kind of refrigerant, and it's basically propane. And they're having issues with that. And he said he'd been on several calls where, somebody got brand new cooler and didn't work because all the refrigerant leaked out of it. It's tomorrow. We have a loose chicken on the loose. Anyway, baby, you got a chicken on the loose out there.
What?
Yeah.
I'm on trouble.
So, where was I? Yeah, he said that was, he'd been seeing a whole lot of that, basically what I went through. And so it's to my understanding that propane is kind of corrosive. So why they would want to switch over to that, I'm not sure. They change refrigerant every 4 or 5 years or so, and it's a royal pain in the butt, as you guys know, I'm sure. But yeah, going to propane just seems like a bad idea, especially if it's corrosive and tends to leak out. Now, since this is the second one, it just came here, it does appear to be working, but I'll go around the back and show you something. This probably isn't gonna show up very well, but yeah, you see that pool of stuff, dried up stuff, and where it came down out of the compressor. Now I guess that's just overfill from where they filled it up. I'm hoping that's all it is, because I've taken one of these coolers apart before, and they hold a lot of coolant. And that got me to thinking that, you know, that's not really a good idea if you're going to have something leaking propane in a building, a house, or anything like that. Since this is going in my garage, you know, if there is a leak, I can just open the door up, you know, hopefully before any relays trip and the place explodes. But it made me remember the flammable gas detectors that Sergey came up with a couple of years ago, I guess it was. I ended up buying a bunch of them from him and never doing anything with them. And he gave me one of them as a, you know, just to play around with. And it had it in my Suburban that I haven't had running in forever. And I went and I dug it out of there, and the thing still worked. You know, it had been in there a couple of hot summers down here in South Carolina, so I was glad that it still worked. I figured that it would be a really good idea if I were to go ahead and have one of them behind this cooler, so I get some kind of warning before the garage explodes. And like I say, I do have a bunch of them. That's it right there. And you calibrate it by holding that button. I actually had to calibrate it in here because it was picking up the ethylene gas that all of these flowers are putting off. And I recalibrated it, and it's fine. But yeah, I am definitely going to have that running behind the cooler right in here. And if the power goes out, it's got two 18650s that'll run it in a couple of days. It doesn't charge the 18650s. You just might want to take them out of the charger every, I don't know, 4, 5, 10 years and put a charge on them. But yeah, I've got a whole bunch of these, and since the powers that be say that you shall have propane in your refrigerator now, I would highly advise buying one of these. So yeah, it's pretty messed up that this is the way things are, but hey, at least I have something that might save somebody's life. All right, later.